Finish this beer and we get started?
Yeah.
Do you want to take a shot first?
Yeah.
Bam!
Okay.
Shooter McGavin. Let's fucking go. Oh.
Alright, that was fucking
That was
awful.
surprisingly delicious.
You like that?
Mine was good. I had ice wall root beer.
I had kinky and it tasted like 11th grade. Alright, let's get into the show.
This is, you know what? Hey, this is it.
The hit 2008 Michael Jackson film? This is it?
Never saw it.
You never saw it?
Never saw it.
Oh. It wasn't.
Speaking of which, is Michael Jackson going to come out with any new music anytime soon?
No, I don't think so. I actually follow a Facebook page. It's called Michael Jackson's Health Updates. And since about 2008, about every week they post, he's dead.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's pretty good. So,
Should we continue the beer of the week thing?
yeah.
I mean, we have the beers laid out. And we're going to drink beer.
Yeah, obviously. I'm not going to do the show sober.
Never would.
I mean, I don't even like hanging out with you sober.
I don't even like hanging out with me sober.
I was going to say, we don't even go to church sober.
What is church?
Heard that.
Whoop. Bam. All right.
Tell us about it, Jake. What do we got?
One sip. Everybody knows the rules. That's definitely not a ripoff from Barstool.
No, absolutely not. We could make t-shirts that say one sip.
One sip.
And then put a shitty little beer can in the corner. Like, that's totally not.
Everybody knows the rules.
Yeah, that's totally not a ripoff.
All right. We have Peace Garden, which is brewed and canned at Rhombus Guys Brewery in downtown Grand Forks. The beer Peace Garden is a dry IPA, light on bitterness, heavy on flavor. Huge aroma of tropical fruits and citrus are created by a combination of Mosaic and Sabro hops that will give you hints of mango and passion fruit with a clean, dry finish.
I mean,
That's a pretty good description.
yeah,
Won't lie.
I'm happy you can read.
Yeah, I just learned.
Yeah,
this week.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that can't. So, I mean, they're mainly like 4 years old, but
Next I'm gonna learn how to write.
yeah,
So I can write. Go fuck yourself.
yeah.
You know who's not gonna like that line? Brad Rand.
Brad Ratton.
Yeah, dude.
No, I talked to
Nick said he
talked-
hated. He said he listened to it.
No, that was the funniest thing is, so Brad Ratton watches everything that I post on YouTube with Nick's Racing and like everything I do with the Senville and Speed, and, you know, making scooters and motorcycles and drift cars and everything else. So Brad watches all these videos, right? Brad's a 60-year-old some man, you know, very, very
Poise.
poised. That's a good way to put it. So
Stoic even.
I'd imagine he watched 4 minutes of our last video and was just like, oh.
Are these guys disabled?
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
What is going on here? Back to the beer on this. I would buy this just because of the license plate thing on it.
Did you know that it's designed by a local artist named Xavier?
Is it really?
Yep, he's an employee at the brewery. He's I think he's the kitchen manager there. Super cool dude. Really, really awesome at art. So yeah, he designed the can art.
That's really
And
cool that the place keeps that in-house.
It is. It
That's
actually is cool.
That's a really big draw. That's awesome.
I think he's done a few of their other art pieces too, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's a cool dude. Makes a lot of good. Yeah, whenever he comes into the Moose and he sits at the bar, he's always drawing on his iPad. He's always drawing some pretty cool stuff. Won't lie. Like, yeah, it's pretty sweet.
There's a lot of guys that like you don't see. I have a few friends on Facebook and stuff, and it's like you don't see people. You know, I mean, traditionally, probably people still do, where people will sit down with, you know,
pen and
paper.
Right.
I
Draw
have
longhand.
I have a lot of friends that they'll go through and they'll draw, you know, cars or, you know, anime girls or just whatever.
Right. Yeah.
On like a tablet with like the special pen deal.
Is it like Word? Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
word processor for drawing.
Yeah, it's like a Microsoft Paint, but way better.
But like, 100 times.
Which I
better.
wasted a ton of my childhood on Microsoft Paint.
Me and my friend Andy Norman one time, we drew 2 butt cheeks with a turd coming out of him, and we printed it off, and we showed his mom, and then his mom was just like, wait until your dad comes home to see this. And I was so glad that my mom picked me up like 10 minutes before Andy's dad got home. Because I can't even imagine, I mean, back then, parents like still, hit their kids.
Yeah, I think they still kind of cared a little bit too.
Yeah. Now it's just you can be literally offended by everything. So, okay.
All right, fire it up. Let's hear it.
Dude, I'm so sick of people just like getting offended by literally everything.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You don't want to be, insensitive to people. But I saw something that, I see stuff on like Twitter and Instagram all the time. It's like, if you don't respect my pronouns, it's like, well, I'm sorry you look like a woman and I called you ma'am, but you identify as a man.
Right.
Or you identify as an it, or...
Yeah, see,
not to be insensitive.
No, and I understand that.
Because I want to respect everyone as best as I can, but...
Right, not without going out of your way to be a dick, right?
Right. Because I wouldn't intentionally call someone the wrong thing on purpose to be an asshole.
You know what's one thing that I don't get when it comes to like the pronoun things? Is when you have like obviously pronouns are there. I mean, I'm not very educated in the whole thing, but just from what I can best guess from going on Twitter and Instagram, is that pronouns are there because it's someone that is, indifferent from what they were originally, right?
Right.
So it's their way of identifying, of being
or transitioning, yep.
Yeah, I want to be called this or this. You know what's the one thing that I don't get? Where, like where the fuck do they get off on it? Is like you have a whole community of people, right?
Yeah.
Where they're like, we're going to use this to identify so people understand what's going on.
The entire LGBTQ
so it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, where the hell do straight white girls get off on Twitter putting their pronouns in their bio? Like, yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
See, that doesn't bother me.
See, I don't get that. Like, I feel like that's for a certain people. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I guess that's my take on it.
I was trying to find this post that I saw, but
speaking of insensitivity, I have a pretty good one for this. So recently, Lil Nas X, the guy that did that Old Town Road song.
Oh yeah,
the cowboy guy.
He's gay.
So he came out with, I don't know all the details. So we're basically like Barstool Sports. We're just spitting out half of what we heard on a title on something.
On Reddit.
Yeah, honestly, or just another Facebook post. So he came out with some Nike shoes, and I guess apparently it has something to do with him giving Satan a lap dance, and they're like a Lil Nas collab with Nike Satan shoes.
Yeah.
And I guess a bunch of people are really offended because it has something to do because it has to do with the devil. And I saw a post on Facebook, and it actually made a lot of sense of being like, why is everyone so worked up about a guy who's collabing with Nike, who's collabing with the devil, when literally we all grew up 12 years old watching a gay Satan have a relationship with Saddam Hussein.
On South Park?
On South Park.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
that's gonna be my take on that. I don't get with the insensitivity thing. I just don't understand. Like, I understand like people have
the whole
trigger things and stuff. Like, I get that. Everyone has their own thing.
The whole microaggression culture thing is something that needs to be respected, but at the same time, like, some people are just taking advantage of it to be offended by literally everything.
Yeah, like
anything possible. Just I feel like just for the sake of having confrontation, which I don't really
see. And I think that confrontation, I think, is a whole personality trait, though. I think you literally have people that
just want to fight.
Well, just want to fight. I mean, and I'm not saying
not physically,
and I'm not saying it's the people that go to bars that say, "Oh, I want to fight," but it's like I think the people that just want the drama. Like the people that literally just go out of their way to just be like, oh, I'm offended because now I have a reason to be mad about something.
Because
and I think those are people that just don't have hobbies.
Right. Like one person was a 1% and they got offended by something, or something was like actually wronged to them, but then they're like, well, I feel that way too sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, feel however you want to feel. Great. But don't latch onto something as a whole personality trait.
Dude, but not only that, you kind of fuck it up for other people too.
Yeah.
Like for other people who are actually getting offended by it.
Yeah, like someone that actually has an issue with it.
Just because you choose to do it part-time doesn't mean that you should be offended by it all the time.
No, I agree with that.
But I also think that there's certain groups that need to be stuck up for too, because I don't think that like...
That they have a very fair voice.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Totally agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was our segment on snake bit being very political. To give you guys...
Dude, that's not even political. That's just that's just like pop culture.
I suppose, yeah, that's not politics. Yeah, it's just pop culture.
Really, yeah, it's not really political. It's not like we said like Joe Biden only is going to put black women in charge of being judges.
Yeah, right. Or like Trump said that he wanted to fuck his daughter a couple years ago. Like, we're not going to talk about that.
Listen, I would be with my daughter because she's very beautiful. Yeah, we're not doing that.
No.
I'm like...
You look like... I don't know what's going on with your get up, but you look like the kind of person that would fuck your daughter.
Nope, not saying that.
So anyways, as we roll into today's episode, we had a few technical difficulties here in the past couple times. This is actually our 4th time shooting our 2nd episode. First was our microphone. We had a second with our camera. And then the other 2 preceding where me and Jake just kept getting too fucking drunk.
Like, way too drunk.
Like, sitting here yawning. Basically...
Stuttering, yelling at each other.
Yeah, like spilling beers.
Yeah, it was bad.
Thank God we didn't get any ants down here.
Because that's how you get ants.
I know.
Speaking about, have you seen Woodhouse lately?
What is Woodhouse?
It's my butler. He's been gone.
Oh, yeah, phrasing. Yeah.
Phrasing?
Gotcha.
Are we doing phrasing, Ben?
No, calm. Did you see that the lady that plays the voice of Mallory Archer passed away?
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, she passed away at 79.
Oh, that's a pretty long life.
Pretty long life for being a bitch.
Literally played the worst person you could possibly fucking
like when
play
I think of the worst cartoon characters, I literally think of Mallory Archer, and then I think of that one bitch from 101 Dalmatians.
Cruella DeVille.
Yeah, that just wants to
kill all the dogs.
Yeah, kill all the dogs for their fur.
Dude, that's horrible.
And when you think about the theme of that movie, that's actually a little fucked up.
Hey, you know what? You know what's fucked up? This might, I doubt they see it because I have no idea who they are. But my neighbors just moved in across the street. Yeah.
That's been the talk of the neighborhood. Nacho, he's been talking about it.
Yeah.
Everyone's been talking about who's moving in the new house, man.
Well, they got a dog and they left it outside for an entire day and it was crying at the top of its lungs. And if that happens again on my watch, I'm taking their dog.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to say right now, if you're the type of person that has an outside dog and an inside dog, you deserve to be fucking thrown outside with your outside dog. And the outside dog gets to go live inside now. Yeah. I will never understand people that have animals
just for the sake of leaving them outside.
Yeah, just to treat them like shit. Yeah.
Why would you get a dog to not like... And we go too far because my dog sits at the counter with us.
Right.
Yeah, we go way too far.
But even I don't go that far. But I still have I still have a lot of love and respect for my animal.
You treat your dog better than a lot of people that I know.
Oh, yeah. And I know how my dog looks at me. My dog's just like, hey, that's my fucking dude. I don't get...
I just heard Izzy footsteps run across the upstairs. I'm pretty sure she knows we're talking about dogs.
Yeah. She should turn into an outside dog. So they leave their dog outside.
They left it outside all day yesterday, and
it was nice. It was like 70 or 65.
Right, but the wind was
perfect. Temperature.
The wind was blowing, and the dog was. I don't know if the dog just got out because today, the day after, today it wasn't out there crying. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, dude. It was sad. It sounded like someone was literally hurting it. Not to be a sad homie.
Yeah, I was gonna say it really took talking about people being sensitive and pronouns, and then you just got to really derail.
I would much rather offend a person than offend a dog.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. I would much rather.
Have you ever offended your dog before? Because I have. I personally have offended my dog before.
I call my dog fat, but I don't know if she knows what that means. And if I say it to her in the right tone, I don't think she really cares. And I think maybe I offend her if I don't give her enough treats. But how do you offend your dog?
I got one good tick with Bruno is I'll hear Bruno fart he'll be laying on the other couch just face down, and I'll literally just hear a purr, and then I just look at him and I just go, come on. come on. Come on. And his face, dude, just instant, just, oh.
He gets embarrassed?
Oh. Yeah. Like, he gets so sad. He's instantly just like, I didn't know that was bad.
Yeah.
So, anyways, back to us. God. So, anyways, guys, we're on shot number 5 for episode 2.
4.
No, this is 5.
This is 5?
This is 5 because we got too fucked up the last 2, and then we had a camera the one time and a mic issue the other time.
Yeah.
So this is our 5th attempt at episode 2. We've had a lot of practice.
One episode posted?
Yeah. So we have no script for today. We don't have any topics. We literally just came into this. Jake said, hey, I got beer. I said, cool. I got a new sign for and back. We're trying to get lighting figured out. We're just kind of letting it roll. So if you guys are listening today, if you're watching today, thanks for sticking around. Be sure to, throw us a like, throw us the follow. If you feel like you want to share it with your friends or some other dirtbag buddies that would want to listen to this, send it to them. Shoot them a text. Say, hey.
I watched my first podcast since the last time we shot.
Did you really?
Yeah.
So you know how these...
Now I get what's kind of happening.
What's up?
Well, first
walk me through it. What's up?
At first I thought we were doing like a radio show, so it's like we'd have like segments like Beer of the Week, which obviously we shouldn't stop doing because we're going to drink beer when we do it.
No, I've actually had a lot of feedback on the Beer of the Week. People like the Beer of the Week. I like the Beer of the Week. We're going to keep doing Beer of the Week.
We need a Snake Pit beer.
We do need a Snake Pit beer.
Snake Pit beer.
So I think maybe if,
Rhombus should maybe make a Snake Pit.
I think it's Steve. Is that the dude's name?
Steve Calger? Yeah, Steve's legit.
Maybe if he wanted to do like a Snake Pit sour or something. I'm not a sour guy, but I
like sours.
I love how that rolls off the tongue though. Snake Pit sour. So anyways, Steve, if you're listening to this, you know my brother. Like let's do a thing.
What flavor would it be? What flavor of sour? Because you could do. There's like sour gummy worms, but those aren't snakes. But they're pretty much as close to snakes as we're gonna get. So you could do like a sour gummy worm flavored beer. We
could do that. I don't know. The only time I think of like sours I like is like when they have like a mango or like a guava to them. But that's just my own. That's just my own take.
That's a hot take.
So what do you want to talk about this episode? What have you been doing this week, Jake? Walk me through that. What have you been up to?
I wanted to repaint my golf cart because, me and Alex rolled it in the spring or in the fall at my wedding, and it got like all scraped up on the one side. So my plan was to like sand down all the paint and then spray paint it. Mm-hmm. I have a paint sprayer, so it's not just like a can of spray paint.
Yeah.
But, excuse me.
You're excused, my son.
Oh, thank you, Reverend. But dude, sanding down that much paint is a lot of work.
You don't got to sand it all the way down, though.
I just got to score it?
Yep.
Okay, well, I scored it
because that's on fiberglass. What do you sand it with?
40 grit.
Oh, God. You might as well have just taken the thing and just rubbed it on the cement it flipped on.
So I did 40 grit, 80 grit, 120, and then 220.
Oh, 120 would have been good enough. Yeah.
So that's what I was planning on hitting the entire, because I only did the front.
Oh, yeah, no, dude.
But I still had like drips because I have the cheapest paint sprayer that like Menards has to offer that I paid for with my rebates.
Did you cut it with mineral spirits?
No.
Cut it with mineral spirits. If you cut, like you're just taking like a can of like Krylon or Rust-Oleum or something, pouring it in your spray hammer and just hitting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, multiple.
It dripped.
Yeah. That's because it's too thick.
Super thick. Thicker than a Snicker.
Take it, cut it with any good paint store, I don't know what you're talking about. Get mineral spirits, do like 1/3 to whatever you're spraying. Yeah. Cut it, and then you just have to do multiple coats with it.
But like the parts
There's your ghetto painting tip of the day from Snake Pit.
But like the parts that look sick, because it's matte black, and it looks fucking awesome.
You're painting it matte black?
Yeah, it was glossy white. Now it's matte black, and it looks bitchin'. And then I'm going to paint like sweet either lime green or bright red pinstripes on it.
Okay. Are you gonna like paint white wall tires on it too with red wheels or whatever color is the same color as the pinstripe wheels? You should paint the wheels the same color.
Absolutely, but I'll just spray paint those so it looks ghetto because I can't look actually sick. I have to look like actually sick with like a little bit of ghetto in there because that's cool.
You'll be fine, cowboy.
There's got to be some sag in it though.
What's going on with the? For anyone that's listening on whatever, I'll just bring it in here. Jake is wearing a yellow and white button-down shirt.
I bought this at Walmart today.
Yeah, and I bet he went to an elementary school after.
I raped that's 0 children after this. Good. After I purchased this. Yeah.
Because that is the scariest banana shirt I've seen in a long time. That's a banana cream pie.
Dude, I look like I'm ready to go.
Get that banana cream pie.
I look like I'm ready to go bowling.
Cousin, would you like to go bowling?
Yes.
Played a lot of that back in the day. You know what? Okay, hold on for a second here. So I don't want to get hung up on the first topic about like offended or like insecure people or whatever. But like, just like think about this for a second. We all grew up playing Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And you got to go and drive and do rampages and go and kill everybody.
I loved running hookers over with my car.
Well, after you bang them.
Yeah.
You gotta get your money back. For some reason, you never got your money back. You pay $100, you only got 80 back. I want to know where.
Not even 80.
I want to know where that last 20 went.
Yeah.
Did I get taxed in the game? By the prostitution ring?
She probably had to pay her pimp.
How? She never left. She left one time and got killed.
Maybe she has an electronic fund transfer.
That game came out in 2001.
Well, when did electronic fund transferring come out of? 2002?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know, at least.
Do you know how old Bitcoin is?
I don't.
Neither do I, but I think it's actually pretty old.
I thought you had something for that. I don't.
But it's through the roof right now.
Check this shit. So I read an article the other day that, the IT guy, Tyler at Rydell's I used to work with, he would tell me all about Bitcoin. Like this dude was like very like very in the know. Like if I talked to him, be like, hey, what do you think of Experian this day? He'd literally be like, unless you bought that shit last week, don't waste your time. Even when it came to Dogecoin, when Elon Musk was like tweeting it up, and they're like, let's get to $1. And it was at like 8 cents. And I asked him, I was like, hey man, is this something you think is worthwhile? And he said, well, I bought into this when it was worth 1/10 of a cent. Yeah. And he goes, I bought X amount of shares. He goes, I'm going to sell pretty quick. If I'm already going to sell, don't do it. So he was like kind of like the guy that I talked to about like stocks and everything like that. Because I don't know anything about like the cryptocurrency. Do you want to start a snake coin? Get a snake Bitcoin?
Snake coin?
Dude, get a snake.
I don't know what the parameters around starting one is and like what.
It probably doesn't take anything other than a funny name and a domain name. But anyways, back to the story. So apparently how Bitcoin works is it's not how like Hotmail is. Like say you get logged out of your Hotmail, you can go through all the channels to, they'll send you a text to your phone.
Right.
And then you can enter
your account.
You can recover your account through Facebook or MSN or not MSN Messenger, but like any of those things. Apparently how Bitcoin works, which I've never dabbled in, I don't personally know, is you have one password. You have 10 tries. There is a guy right now that has X amount of Bitcoin, and they say that he has like a little over like $6 million in Bitcoin. Like he bought it many years ago.
Many years ago.
Like when it wasn't worth shit. Like you'd trade like 50 Bitcoin for a Jimmy John sandwich, right?
Yeah.
So he has all these Bitcoin sitting around. It's on a laptop. He's already tried 7 attempts at remembering what his password is.
But you can trade it on Robinhood.
No.
You can trade Bitcoin on Robinhood.
No, he hasn't touched any of this. He hasn't uploaded it. He doesn't have it in his portfolio. He doesn't have any of this. He has the physical coin, and he can't do anything with it because he can't log back into his account. You log in 10 times, 10 login attempts.
What website's that on?
Like the original coin thing.
Holy shit.
So if you lose your password,
you're fricked.
You're out. So it begs the question, if you have 3 chances left, you've already put in 7.
Yeah.
Would you keep going for it, or would you wait and hope that maybe one like it's Bitcoin, it's a cryptocurrency. You can't call friends and bank and be like, "Hey Jackie, I can't remember my password," and they send to you. There's no retail support. There's no customer support.
Why doesn't he hire a hacker?
I don't know.
He's got $6 million in Bitcoin.
If he offers a hacker $1 million, I bet they do it. You find the right one, they do it. I'm not even a hacker, and I pretend I know how to do it for $1 million. I do it for $100K.
That's what I was gonna say. And I'll pocket $90K, and I'll hire someone for $100K.
Yeah. So here's
and that dude still comes out $5 million plus ahead.
Yeah. There's another one. I read another story about a guy where he had at its current value, it was at its height. Excuse me, at its height, I should say. He had like $2 million in Bitcoin on a laptop 2 years before everything skyrocketed, right?
Sure.
It was just a laptop he had in college. He used it to, buy books and buy, random shit, buy Jimmy John sandwiches, Adderall, whatever college kids buy. And he threw the laptop away. Well, the laptop had the login saved to it. And he threw it away, and he has tried reaching out to the landfills and like everything, being like, can I please? And I'm a garbage man by trade. I drive out to the landfill. The Grand Forks landfill is about 6 stories high, and it's about the size of, I don't know, probably 10 football fields.
It's huge.
Can you imagine if you live in
LA,
Britain, and I mean, whatever major, is Britain a city? England, Britain? Hold on, is England's a country? Is Britain a city?
Isn't?
I don't know anything about the UK at all.
I don't care to know.
I really don't care either. All I know is like Winston Churchill was there one time, and like the Nazis was there one time, and like there's a big issue, and we went and fucking solved it. That's all I know.
There's an entire
other than what's that one guy's name? Mr. Bean. That's the only guy I know from there. I don't even know him. I just watched his old show. Mr. Bean, he'd be all quiet. He'd be like, oh, oh, oh.
He, like an anime character almost?
No, it was like a full-on show from like the, I don't know, like maybe the 80s.
Mr. Bean goes to prison.
No, not like that. No, Mr. Bean. I'll put a picture of Mr. Bean in his little green.
Where do you think Sesame Street is?
Sesame Street?
Yeah.
I don't know, they got guys living in garbage cans and shit. They got giant birds.
Big Bird, bro. Don't disrespect.
Nobody's a giant.
Is Cookie Monster a Sesame character?
I think he's a crackhead.
For cookie dough?
Yeah. I think he's a crackhead.
Is he cuckoo for cookie dough?
Honestly, it could be anywhere. It could be Grafton, North Dakota. It could be Southside Chicago. It could be anywhere.
So, I always shit on Oslo because, like, I think it's the asshole of America. Dude, but the last time I was in Grafton, I was like, nope, this is it. This is literally the worst place in America that you could possibly be.
They got 2 Mexican joints there, and they are both fucking awful.
Don't shit on Aztecas. I haven't been
Aztecas sucks.
Wow.
Aztecas is awful. What's the name of the other place?
I don't care. Have you ever been to El Gorditos in Grand Forks?
I have not.
Tomorrow? You want to go for lunch?
No.
Fuck you.
I want to go on Saturday.
I'll go.
When they got the birria tacos or whatever.
Yeah, the ones that they dunk in grease?
Yeah.
I'll go.
I want to try that.
Saturday, we're going.
Saturday, you want to do a... You want to do
a little broadcast?
You want to do a little update?
A little update from El Gorditos on Saturday?
We'll do an update. Maybe we'll go Facebook Live.
When are we posting this episode? Sunday?
This episode will go Sunday.
Okay.
So,
Bet.
we'll throw it in somewhere through the week. Anyways, why do you not like Oslo?
I really, you know what? I don't really care enough to know about Oslo.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, the people from Oslo, they have nothing better to do than sit on Facebook and YouTube and listen to this, and they're going to be fired up about it.
Oh, well, you know what? I actually love the people from Oslo. Thank you.
They're going to be fired up about this.
But fuck Grafton.
Heard that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Skirt. Is my hair fucked up?
It looks all right.
Beautiful, luscious locks.
No, it looks absolutely awful. Put the hat back on.
We should shave my head.
Why?
For fun, for likes.
What, you want to shave it back more so it's more receding? Or what do you want to do?
This is my hairline. Don't make fun of me. That's one of my microaggressions. You're offending me.
Oh, jeez. If you work out more, it might cover up the fact that you're losing all your hair.
I said I'm not on steroids!
Look at this. This is how you get ants. That's icky.
All right.
So, yeah. Anyways, I blacked out there. What?
I was at about a 6 there. You don't want to see me get to a 10. So, I don't remember what we're talking about.
I don't know, man. I'm just hanging out.
Yeah.
So we're talking about, I can tell you about my week.
Yeah.
So my week, I haven't really done anything.
You sold your snowmobile last week.
Sold my snowmobile, well, 4 weeks ago. Sold my snowmobile.
It's not been a month since we've been down here.
It's been a bit. So anyways, I sold that snowmobile. I sold that. That was gone. I'll insert the clip. We had Jeff. He brought us in for our last intro and completely said the wrong name for the podcast.
Which is Snake Pit.
Yeah, he called it Snake Bite. I'll put that right here. Here, there. We'll just play the clip.
It'll be like right here.
Yeah, so we'll play the clip.
Ben selling me a snowmobile. I just bought it. You're listening to Snake Bite Podcast.
Hell yeah. Thank you, sir.
On here.
All right. What do you watch on TV?
You
have cable at home?
I don't have cable.
So what do you watch? You got Netflix?
I got Netflix. I got Hulu.
Amazon Prime? No, it's good.
I don't have that. Watching a lot of Solar Opposites.
Is that the animated show?
Yeah, it's like the guy that makes Rick and Morty does the show.
Pretty good.
It's all right.
I never watched Rick and Morty.
Yeah, it's all right. Everyone likes to overhype it. I think it's an all right show. I don't really think it's anything go out of your way. It's got some good jokes here and there. I mean, it's kind of like how people watch like, I think the same demographic of people that watch Rick and Morty that swear that it's like the funniest show ever are the same people that watch Friends and act like Friends is super funny, because I don't think Friends is funny at all.
Friends is about a 3.
I think Friends is awful. Like if they didn't have the laugh track in it, wouldn't know when to laugh.
What about The Office?
Love it.
Do you?
Big Office guy.
See, I've never watched that either.
I've
seen the funny skits, like the CPR skit.
Yep.
Or like the Dwight starting a fire in the office skit.
Yep, and those are great.
They're great.
They're so, okay.
The marijuana skit?
There's okay. My take on The Office is I think The Office is awesome. I don't think there's a lot of ways it can get bad. I think you just have to kind of, it's like Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You just got to kind of watch it all and just kind of take it for what it is.
I love It's Always Sunny in Philly.
Then you'd love The Office.
That's right. Maybe sit down and watch.
Because those are my 2 favorite shows.
Dude.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
How do you not love It's Always Sunny in Philly?
It is the city of brotherly love.
You know who I bet hates It's Always Sunny in Philly?
Who?
Brad Ratton.
I think anything after about 83, I don't think he likes.
Should we make Brad Ratton like our biggest hater?
Brad could be the one. You know what would be the funniest thing about this is if Brad listens to episode 2 and he listens to this and he's instantly just like, I don't think those guys are very funny.
It turns it off and we just shit on him the entire episode.
He won't watch.
Dude, the only part, so the reason he doesn't like it is because he's like, he's an educated and intelligent person. And I'm not saying that this is a show for idiots, because we're smart, but we're not smart like Brad is, like another level smart. Like he could have a conversation with Elon Musk where I would just be like, Elon Musk.
We got to quit bringing up Elon Musk. I mean,
do we?
This is episode 2, but all the other ones we brought him up too, drunk as shit.
Yeah, but he's, he's got to be the most influential person in the world.
He's a big deal.
He's got to be the most well-known person in the entire world, would you say?
I would think at this point, yeah, I think more, I would honestly, it would be a fun poll to do. Like, you know how they do those polls where like they go and interview kids that are like 14 years old and they're like, do you know the Andy Griffin show? And they're like, no, I don't know what that is. But I think if you went and interviewed people and you say,
who is more well-known?
Do you know who Steve Jobs is? And they go, no. Do you know who Elon Musk is? And they'd be like, I follow that dude on Twitter.
Yeah, follow that homie on Twitter. He tweets about stuff.
Yeah. I think a lot more people would know who he is. I saw recently that he's going to donate a few $1 million. I think it's like $15 million to some city, and then another $8 million to another city. Don't know what for. I'm never going to touch on the subject again, so hopefully you guys know what it's for. But he's doing it.
I'm honestly probably, next week if we shoot again, I'm probably going to bring Elon Musk up again.
We'll just make it a reoccurring theme. Maybe we'll put him in a hashtag. Maybe we'll get some views. It might not be the worst thing.
Not wrong.
Just be like, oh, Elon Musk. And people will be like, hey, that's trending.
But I've listened to him speak a few times, and that homie's on a new level.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you talk to Brad, Brad's like that too. Mm-hmm. Which is a local guy and pretty cool. But, you know, I'm just saying, if you're educated, you probably don't want to listen to this because
no, and
we're dirtbags.
And I'm a
dirtbag.
I am too. I really wouldn't say that any of our. Maybe we have one smart listener, and maybe you're the smart listener.
Yeah, if you take around and you look at the people you're listening to this with, and then none of them are intelligent, then it's probably you.
Yeah. If you got a high school diploma,
guess what?
You're not them. You're not the intelligent listener.
No.
That's all I got. Do you have a diploma or from like anything other than senior high?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
In what? Like I got a CPR training certificate once, and
I got one of those.
I got a forklift certified certificate.
I have one of those as well.
And I got a professional driver's license. I got a CDL. I just passed my Class A a few weeks ago.
My wife has one of those.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Like Class A or like A cups? What she got?
She probably has A cups, but she also has a Class A. She's got to drive that dump truck of an ass around.
Heard that.
That's right.
That was a good one.
Right?
I like that.
Yeah.
Shit.
No, I don't have my CDL, but I could maybe get the semi down the block if you honestly like needed it to happen.
You see that guy that smoked the Climax Bridge with the with the planter?
No, Climax has a bridge.
Yeah.
The one right outside of outside of the city on 220.
Yeah, Climax, Minnesota. It's more than just a feeling.
More than a feeling.
We could do a karaoke episode. You realize that?
I'm great at singing karaoke.
Are you really? I'm
Yeah.
Dog shit.
No, I sing Drops of Jupiter, and I literally sound like Train.
Really?
Yeah.
I can sing the Tequila song very well.
People say I sound like Garth Brooks when I'm drunk.
Really?
Yep. I can prove it.
Well, you're sitting here looking like a gay Kenny Chesney. So.
I heard Kenny Chesney is gay.
Is he really? Because
Yeah.
I've listened to all of his songs, and every single song is about pirate ships. And I think...
What's more gay than being on a fucking ship away from land with a bunch of dudes?
Probably not showering forever. Like, not even dunking yourself in the water real quick. Think so? Do you think that there is some point, like some part of Kenny Chesney that just wants to be Jack Sparrow? Or just wants to be...
I used to call myself
the guy
Captain
that-
Jake Sparrow, so...
Did you really?
No. But you can imagine what it'd be like if I did.
What about... See, I think Kenny Chesney keeps trying to do this whole pirate... Like, every song I hear on the radio, something about pirate ships.
Do you listen to the radio?
In the work trucks, because that's...
So just at work?
Just at work. I would
But
never...
if you're driving in your car, you use the aux cord or the Bluetooth?
Yeah, aux cord, every time.
Yeah.
I don't, like, literally the only time I listen to radio is when I'm forced to, and that's at work.
Yeah.
And that's because it's the only thing in the trucks.
Cass listens to the radio in her car willingly on the way to work, and I think that that's fucked up because I bet you I haven't listened to the radio in 3 years.
3?
At least, I'd say.
You're really not missing out on anything.
No, man. The only thing that I miss, I literally just found out that the one guy, and I don't even know which guy it was, is not on...
The big dogs?
Yeah, they got a new guy.
I got the same thing.
Yeah.
Every day, which
Day in and day
I
out.
get it. Like, yeah, people want,
Consistency or
whatever, repetition
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't think that's a word, but, like, I can't bring myself to listen to them.
Not now.
Like, the only morning show I listen to is the Bobby Bones show.
You know what? I was going to say that rhetorically, but he's not bad either.
I don't think he's that bad.
No.
He's I don't know.
He's got a voice to where, like, maybe if we were hanging out in person, I'd want to crack him just one right in the nose. But other than that, he doesn't seem like a bad dude.
I'm gonna tag the Bobby Bones show in this episode.
Yeah, you should.
And I'll put a minute marker at this point, and just be like, listen here.
Listen here, Bobby Bones.
I enjoy listening to the Bobby Bones show.
And so when I used to listen
but
to
I
the
get
radio,
the voice because I used to listen to his voice and just be like, how have you made it this far?
Right. He's got a voice made for radio.
Yeah, and I can only assume a face to go with it.
Yeah. I don't know what he looks like. I have no idea.
I have no idea either. I remember like the first few times I've met people on the radio.
Picture right here.
Oh, Bobby Bones.
Bobby Bones.
We'll put a picture of Bobby Bones right here.
Yeah.
I think it was so wild. Like the first time I ran into, I think it was Pat Mars from the Big Dogs. I ran into him at a car show.
So was he the bigger guy, or is he the dude with the ponytail?
He's the bigger guy.
Okay. And he's not on the show anymore.
Or no, yeah, Pat Mars is gone, and then it's Tanner. And that Tanner dude is like 75 years old.
Yeah.
He looks like you remember the Led Zeppelin album where it's got like the Gandalf guy with the stick and shit?
No.
He looks, I'll put a picture of the Led Zeppelin album cover. He looks, and I'll put a picture of whatever the Big Dog's old ass guy. We'll split the difference here. He looks just like that guy. Like if you saw him at the same place, he'd just be like, holy shit.
Is that Gandalf?
Is this guy gonna ask me for $7? Like,
I watched Lord of the Rings for the first time like a month ago.
I've never watched any of it.
Honestly, I'm going to save you. Okay, so.
I don't think hot take. Never seen Star Wars. I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
You're fucking up with the Star Wars.
I've never seen Harry Potter.
Never seen Harry Potter. I watched the first Harry Potter.
I rented one of the books in elementary school because all the cool kids were renting Harry Potter books.
But I don't know how to read.
I don't know how to read. So I just rented it for a week, and I brought it back and just put it in the book return. I was like, I'm going to go back to Jesse B. Jones in the 4th grade.
Do you remember when we used to have to take tests on the books we read and you got like points for it? And if you got like over 80 points.
Do you think the teacher ever actually... Wait, are you talking about like extracurricular books or like books in school you had to read?
I don't know. I bet you the last time I read a book was 5th grade.
I think the last time I read a book was... Oh, God. Probably 8th grade, I think. Because all through high school, I just went on Click Notes or whatever, Quick Note, Cliff Notes, whatever. There was some website that you got to cheat on all the books, and they had all the answers. And all the teachers kept putting the same answers. Like, I remember Miss Pribula, she would always do that.
Having a teacher that was small for keyboarding, but I don't remember who it was. But I do remember that stupid fucking mat that you had to put over the keyboard.
So you couldn't see
I could hardly spell my fucking name, let alone type 80 words a minute like they wanted me to.
No, there was no way. I remember there were so many times I wish in keyboarding, I'm very good at typing. I did it for a living. I probably have, really good, carpal tunnel now from typing all the time.
Yeah.
But literally, I wish back in the day that I could have just like had someone else log into my thing and give them like $8 or buy them deli or something.
Yeah.
And they would have just typed all my shit for me.
Yeah.
Because I was absolute dog shit at typing.
Dude, I was ass at it, yeah.
Yeah.
On the record, I was Diana Ranton's teacher aide.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And I used to go to Hugo's and get groceries. And her van, you remember that shitty white van she had?
I got a story. Here.
Nick and I picked Nick up. I got him out of his class. And I was like, yeah, your mom needs us to go get groceries. And Nick and I, we jumped the van. We drove it on the golf course, on the driving range, jumped the dike, took it, down all these gravel roads. In class, in school, we had to go 109 miles an hour.
I don't have anything that crazy. Me and Grant, okay.
And we smoked a bunch of her cigarettes.
Okay, see, that's what I was getting at. Because me and Grant Boyum, for some reason, me and Grant Boyum were like seniors taking food and sport with freshmen.
Yep.
And we're the only ones that had driver's license. And literally Diana was just like, hey, you guys want to run to Hugo's and go get us shit?
Yeah.
And like me and Grant, I'm like, I don't fucking care. So me and Grant, we get in the smokestack, which is what we call our white van. We get in that thing, grab the cigs right out of it, just get that in the left hand. We're just rolling. We didn't even go to Hugo's half the time. We just go drive around for an hour and go back to class.
Yeah. I brought a Playboy to school.
I remember that.
That was wild.
I do remember that. You got
Dude,
kicked
people
out.
still talk like teachers from that.
I remember you brought it to.
I got suspended for 2 weeks.
So, a backstory for anyone that doesn't know, in our school, we used to do a thing called SSR. It was Silent Sustained Reading. And in every class on a Thursday, you had to read for 15 minutes. Jake went to class.
With a Playboy.
Bust out a Playboy, slapped it straight on the desk.
Centerfold. In front of everybody. I made it 4 hours before the coolest fucking teacher in the school.
Wasn't it Chono kick you
Dane
out?
Chono sent me to the office. He literally goes up to me and he goes, I love that. He goes, I think that's hilarious. He goes, but you need to get out of here and go to the office. And I was just like, are you serious? I was like, dude, I'll put it away. And he goes, no. He goes, because he was a first year teacher, so I get it. He's like, no, dude. He's like, you got to get out of here. So I went to the office, and Mr. Lore, literally the principal of the school, literally paged through it while he was talking to me.
It was like, you know how bad this is, right? And then just kept like,
yeah, dude. It was fucked up because him and Mr. Nelson and Mr. Scanlon were all like trying to decide like, what are we going to do with Jake? And they're like, Carbon Electra, wow. Landing strip for the pube hair. Aggressive, but a bold choice. We love it. Huh. Dude. And they literally did it in front of me. And they called my mom. And they were like,
so
hey.
Shandog is just like, Jake,
so they call my mom and they're like, hey. They're like, Jake brought a Playboy to school. And she was like, yeah. And they were like
that was the worst part. Shandog knew you were up to something else. Like, was he showing other kids?
Yeah.
Like, what's the issue?
She was like, why are you calling me, bothering me with something so piddly? Like, well, we're actually suspending him for it. And she's like, are you serious? You can get suspended for that? Which honestly you can for 2 weeks. And it was funny because that was the second time they were going to give me in-school suspension, but they gave me in-school suspension like 3 weeks earlier for something else. And I was like, as soon as, dude, Treader? Was that her name?
Mrs. Treader? She was like a para or something.
No, who was the office lady who answered the phone? What was her name? She's got like dark hair.
Oh, it's Casey Waller's mom.
Yes.
She's a Treader now.
Yeah, like, Casey's a Treader now.
She's married to
Troy. Yep. Okay, so that's why I'm thinking of Treader.
I can't remember what her mom's name is, but yeah.
No, but as soon as she'd step away from the desk
yeah.
and that phone would ring, I would literally sprint out of my desk, which was outside of Mr. Nelson's office, and try to answer the phone as fast as I could.
Trying to be like, I made it, senior high?
I made it 2 days out of my 10 days, and they're like, no, Jake's going home. They were going to give me 10 days of in-school suspension. I was like, this is not happening. I'm not sitting in this desk for 10 days.
I remember, so just because he brought up Scanlon, which Scanlon, super cool dude.
Literally probably the greatest person in the high school when I was there, with the exception of maybe Greg Lee.
You want to know what's something that's funny as hell that not many people know? Is our senior year, me and Nobel Wren
I love where this is going.
We decide to sign up as the girls' high school hockey managers. Oh yeah, this is a great story. So we decide, so we go and we talk to Scanlon and my former boss, Brian Larson, which is my best friend Alex Larson's dad.
Yep.
And we go and we talk to those guys and we're like, hey, you guys need a manager. We'll go on the trips. We'll videotape the games, we'll edit them down so you guys can watch them, right?
Is that what got you into like filming?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Honestly, that was probably the first
The first thing?
Probably the first thing. It didn't last long as the rest of the story goes, but that was probably the first thing that got me really into, between that and putting GoPros on my snowmobiles, that was like the first thing that made me want to do like video stuff. So we talked to Scanlon, we talked to fucking old B-Dog, and he's just like, they're like, yeah, if you guys want to do that, sure. So we did a couple home games. We videoed the home games. It was no problem.
Easy sauce.
Yeah, and we finally get to, and like at that point, like we're friends. Like I was having drinks with her a few weeks ago. Carly Nelson, we were down in Arizona. She met up with me and Kale, and
oh, that's cool.
We went and got beers and stuff and hung out. And I've been friends with Carly forever. She's awesome. We were tight with everyone, like Coco and all them and shit. And we went to, I think it was Bemidji or Baudette or some ungodly place. And me and Nobel get the idea. We're on the bus, right? Like, we're sitting back, we're talking to all the girls and stuff.
Wheeling.
And before we get to the game, me and Nobel decide, we're like, hey.
Let's give all these girls orgasms.
No, this is way better than that. So,
wow.
Me and Nobel went there before we went to the game, where we went and bought Powerades at the deli. We go and we dump them out. We go back to my S10, my pickup at the time, and we pour UV blue into our, oh yeah, dude, full 175 in the parking lot into our Powerade jugs. And like, we're still like, we don't know what drinking is, right? We're still kids. Like, you didn't realize Happy Harry's had a million other things other than this one dog shit thing you kept getting for the past 4 years. And we got, what the fuck were they called? What's the apple beer that everyone drinks? Not Angry Orchard, Reds. We got a 12-pack of Reds apple ale, because apparently thought we were going on a bender. We got a 12-pack, so I put 6 bottles in my backpack. He put 6 bottles in his backpack. We both had 2 Powerades full of UV blue. And we were trying to cut them with Mountain Dew. We're trying to make them a little drinkable, right? We go on this trip. We slammed 3 beers in the parking lot. We're in high school. So we slammed 3 beers in the parking lot, took 2 shots.
That's a lot.
Get on the bus as high schoolers. And we're like, ooh. Like, we're having a great time. Drive all the way there, get off the bus, take a piss at some place. And we like walk away from the bus. We're like behind like the trailer behind the bus that has all the hockey equipment in it. And we're like, hey, Scanlon, we're just going to go make sure the bag's shifted. Oh, great idea, guys. Go take a look. Throws us the key. We hop in the back of the trailer next to all these dirty, sweaty hockey bags, slam fucking a beer each, throw them out the back of the bus, hop back in the bus, and we're like, yeah, what's up? So we must have smelled like booze. We had no idea. And we get to the place and we start videotaping. First period, we videotaped, whatever. We turned the volume off so you couldn't hear us talking. Because we're fucked up. We're just like, dude, what? Huh? And I'm assuming the camera just went sideways. Because this is the last time we got invited to go. And we're in the bathroom. So you go into the bathroom. There's 3 urinals, 3 stalls. Me and Nobel are in the first 2 stalls. We set our backpacks down. We're drinking beers on the toilet. Like, we're on a mission.
I'm going to get as drunk as fucking humanly possible for high schoolers right now on this trip.
On a school trip as
I love
student managers.
Yep.
And we're getting just ripped. And next thing we know, we hear someone walk into the bathroom. We're in the stalls. We don't care. We're just hanging out. Dude sits down. We see a pair of white Nikes and some like Russell pants pull down, right? And I hear like Nobel moves his backpack. Clink, 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 clink. Bottles clinking. I grab mine, just like quick out of instinct, like, oh shit, clink. And we're like, oh shit, put our backpacks on, pretend not to be drunk. We're off our rocker at this point. Next thing we know, we're sitting there, we're washing our hands, right? Next guy walks out of that 3rd stall. Scanlon.
Yeah.
Walks out. How are you boys doing? And I could only imagine one eye of mine was going this way and one was going this way. And I'm like, pretty good, man.
How are you?
Are you excited for the 2nd period? Their Zamboni is so nice. It's electric. And he's just like, yeah.
How much have you drank?
Cool. Have fun. And he leaves. And like an OG, never says anything about it.
That's the coolest fucking part, though, dude.
You know what the only kicker of that was, though? Scanny and Brian. Scanny must have told Brian, and they must have found out that we were doing this, because the girls went to state that year.
You didn't go.
We didn't get invited as student managers. We did not get invited to go to state.
They fucked you in the ass over that.
That was our only goal, because we knew they were going to go to state that year.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's be student managers, dude.
Yeah.
Went to sections, went and did all of it, right?
Yeah.
And then literally didn't get to go to state.
And you guys kind of fucked yourselves.
Yeah, but we had a great time.
Yeah.
What I remember of it, we had a lot of fun. I honestly, on God, probably not good to say, I remember coming back, don't remember driving my pickup home. And this is in like 12th grade.
My junior year of high school, I got caught on the golf course by a golf coach, not an East Grand Forks golf coach, smoking weed.
Really?
Yeah.
You're like poking a 1 or something? You have a dugout? What are you doing?
I had like a little chillin', and I'd smoke fucking reefer out of that. And I literally got caught because I was like behind a tree doing it.
Yeah.
And I didn't see him. And he was like, hey, what are you doing?
They're probably more like upset thinking you're pissing.
And I was just, he caught me fucking like lighter
Like
thing in my
fucking-
mouth, red-handed. And he goes, what you got? And I was just like, it's like, I got a little pot. And I knew how in trouble I was. And he goes, pass that shit over here.
No.
Dude, he fucking hit it. And he goes, yeah. Good luck, man. Have a good run. And I told my friend Ryan Daniels, who was a Thief River golfer, because like me and him played a lot of golf tournaments together.
Okay.
Like, dude, I bet you we started playing, because I started playing high school golf in 9th grade. So him and I played from like 9 through like 12th grade. So him and I were friends for like 4 years, and we played the same number all the way up.
You guys you were like a big varsity slugger at that point?
No, I wasn't. I played junior varsity and varsity, like a mix of it, but him and I played together a lot.
Okay. Gotcha. I had to make sure I wasn't dealing with a big deal here.
No, and I was like, Ryan, you're not going to fucking believe what just happened. And, yeah. And then I was just, yeah.
I have a buddy, my buddy Cody. He works at You Betcha now down in Fargo. And he does a lot of work with the guys that do the breakfast ball.
Yeah.
And then originally, I've done a couple podcasts with Cody Hughes through On Tap with the Boys.
Sure.
I've known Cody forever. We did a burnout video, bunch of random stuff. And Cody in high school, I guess, would pack cigars and a few beers into his bag. They go to tournaments with other schools. And like if they're playing with like a group of cool kids, he'd be like, hey, you guys want to
smoke a cigar?
You guys want to smoke a cigar and like, pretend we're fucking
sick?
Who's that one golfer?
John Daly.
John Daly, dude.
Smoke cigarettes?
He had John Daly clubs even.
Dude.
And that was like his thing. He had a Bud Light bag. This is the same kid that got kicked out of golf 2 years in a row. One was he threw a kid's club into the tree because he was saying something about his mom, so he took the kid's club and ripped it into an evergreen tree. I feel like golf is the rowdiest sport that everyone underestimates.
Real.
I wish I would have got into it sooner.
Yeah.
I've had so much fun golfing.
Do you want to go drink and gamble for 6 hours?
Because that's all it is.
That's golf. Yeah.
That's all it is. Just being like, oh, hey.
Guess what we're doing?
We're going to get drunk and drive mini cars. And guess what? You get to hit shit. And if your buddy doesn't hit it very well, you get to laugh at his ass. And if you don't hit it very well,
he's going to laugh at you.
They're going to laugh at you.
Dude, so speaking of John Daly, have you heard his like pre-round, like when he was a pro, his pre-round routine?
No.
It was, I like to hit the range for 20 to 25 minutes, hit a couple putts, drink 4 or 5 Diet Cokes, smoke 4 cigarettes, then hit the first tee. And I fucking love that. He's like, yeah, I like to smoke about 4 cigarettes, and then I'm good to go.
That's great.
And then on Sundays, I don't even hit the range. I just smoke cigarettes, and I'm good to play.
We went on a bathroom break. Jake's cooking ribs here. We just took a little pause there. We're going to jump back into something that I had a lot of feedback on. I don't know if you had any feedback on, about Jake's TikTok of the week.
TikTok of the week, bruv. TikTok's unreal.
Let's pull it up. What is the... grab your phone. Who's the user on this? Let's see what it's all about.
This is going to take me a while.
No, it's not. We'll play some elevator music here.
Do you know there's a whole thing going around right now for Ford Rangers?
Ford fucking Ranger?
That's a Ranger.
Yeah, I gotta... Anyways, this is Jake's TikTok pick of the week. We'll play it right here.
I'm built different.
You're wrong. I'm built different.
Is it in my mouth?
And I'm from what? Period.
Is it in my mouth?
What the... Who who thinks that just busting an egg is like the big thing? You know what I mean? Like,
I would bet you $100 in my left testicle you can't fucking break an egg in your butt cheeks.
these are new pants. I'm not gonna do it with new pants.
Yeah, take your pants off then.
We'll do it as a skit. I'll try it. You want to try it?
I want to try it.
Okay, perfect. After that TikTok, we'll make our own TikTok. We'll give it a shot. We'll see. We'll do it. We'll do it this weekend. Anyways, everybody, thanks for tuning in here to our second episode here, the Snake Pit Podcast. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram at
Snake Pit Boys.
Snake Pit Boys.
That's right.
Signing off here. My name is Ben. My co-host.
Am I supposed to say my name?
You're supposed to say it.
Jake.
So yeah, don't leave a voicemail. Thanks for watching, everybody. I don't know. Cheers or some shit, right?
That's right.